Hello?
Lindsay,
Speaking.
you are the woman of the hour, my friend.
Look at you.
It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How you doing this morning?
Good, I guess. How are you?
Good. You got a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. What is this about?
Well, we spoke to a couple of admirers of yours this morning. Do you remember Mark and Rich, both of whom you've had dates with recently?
Yes.
Well, we heard from both of them. And by the way, they both said they had a great time with you. And both seem to be left with the impression that you would be open to going out with each of them again. But they're confused now that they know that they have both gone out with you. I think they're a little confused as to why you would go out with both of them, leave them both with the impressions that you were interested in seeing them again, and then ghost them both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
What's going on?
Was this
wow.
an
Okay.
experiment?
Yeah, are you just messing with them? I'm like, hate to put you on the
Oh, my
spot, but we
gosh.
kind of want to know what the deal is here. Because this is a very unique situation.
Definitely a strange situation there, yeah.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, take us back to that night when you met them both for the first time, how that all unfolded.
Yeah, I was out with some girlfriends, and, they were sitting with a bunch of their friends at the next table, and we were all kind of chatting and hanging out for a few hours, and both of them asked for my number, and I thought they were both cute, so I gave them both my number, and, that's the
Now,
start of it, basically.
Does this happen to you a lot? Like, based on what Mark and Rich have said, you're obviously very attractive, very charming, have one of those magnetic personalities that tends to draw people, especially men who probably fight for your attention.
I get approached often, yeah.
Right. And so when you were approached by Mark and Rich, you decided to go out with them both. And let's start with Mark. You guys had dinner?
Yeah, we went out for dinner, and, we had a pretty good time, but honestly, he talked about Rich a lot, way more than most straight guys talk about their friends on a first date. So that was kind of weird.
Okay.
And then when it came time that I went out with Rich, it came up that I went out with Mark the night before, and you could just see, this whole shift in his demeanor, and, I could tell he wanted to ask me a bunch of questions about it, but he didn't. He just kept, saying a bunch of nice things about Mark. And the whole thing was just so weird, but I think one of them, if not both of them, is, secretly into the other one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, so I don't want to get in the middle of anything, I don't need to be getting myself inserted in that kind of situation. So, yeah, that's basically why I haven't gotten back in touch with either of them. I didn't know either of them before this, obviously, so, I was going on a first date to get to know them a little bit better, and I just got weird vibes about that relationship, and I don't want to be a homewrecker. We had a good enough time, but maybe we're better off as friends. I don't know.
That's so interesting to me, and not the take I was expecting, but let's bring Mark and Rich into the conversation, guys. Now that you've had a chance to hear Lindsay's impressions of you two and this friendship you two share, how do you respond to that?
That's, you think, you don't think we're straight? We're friends. Of course I talk about him, that you met all my friends when we first went on a date. I was just talking about that, but
Okay, you weren't really talking about your other friends.
Well,
Not like Rich.
Not like Rich. And, there's such a thing as being bisexual. So, you could have been interested in me and also be secretly in love with your friend.
yeah, sure. In this world, anything could be possible, but that's not at all it. I just you went out with both of us, and then you ghost both of us. Did you actually have a nice time, or you just to go out on activities? I don't know. It just seems weird. And then when asked about it, you're well, I think they're gay. Rich,
yeah. I'm single. I would like to find the right guy, but I don't think either of you are it.
Well, that's fair, but I find your observation interesting that you assume Mark and Rich are gay just because they're close and had nice things to say about each other. But I don't know. I wasn't there. Rich, you want to weigh in?
Yeah. I mean, if you felt that way, that's cool. But then, like, why not get in touch with us to let us know that you're not interested? Like, that's the part that seems weird to me is you go out with us back-to-back nights, and then you tell us both that you want to see us again, and then you don't say it. Like, there's something kind of wrong about that, like, you told us you were interested in both of us, and then you just ghosted both of us at the same time. I mean, whatever you
we're, like,
thought,
perfect for each
like,
other.
Reach out to us.
I feel like if this was a rom-com, she would have set up a date with one of them and then surprised them both together and then present the idea. You know what I mean?
I think the two of you maybe
That's what I should have done.
should consider.
Wow.
I don't know. It seems a little bit like closed-minded to be like dudes who like each other and talk about each other. They have to be romantic. Like that guys can't. Like this is why people have a hard time with like guys being emotional and expressing stuff about each other because somebody like you is going to make some, jump to a
stereotypical assumption.
Yeah, like why can't, like we're really good friends. Like it's not weird for me to talk about my friends that I care about and say nice things about them. So I don't know. I think the weirder thing is that you said you were interested in both of us, went out with us back-to-back nights, and then just disappeared. Like I think that's the weirder thing. And then this extra thing you're saying now, I kind of thought better of you. So I don't know. I'll leave it at that.
Let me ask you this. Have either one of the dudes had any feelings towards each other in any way?
Oh, and are you willing to admit that on the radio right now?
Or is she just way the hell off base?
No, man, Rich is like my brother, but like on top of it all, like, I don't know. It's just weird to me that, you're going to go, like, did you want me to say bad things about my friends? Like, if I had, would you have gone out with Rich the next night? Like, it just opens up like this whole other thing. And then if you thought one of us wasn't straight or we're both gay or whatever, why would you then go out with both of us? Why wouldn't you just been like, cancel the second date or whatever? It doesn't matter. I mean, I think we have our answer and like,
Right.
Well, if it is
It's a weird
something the two of
cop-out.
you guys would like to explore together, at the end of these, we do offer to pay for a second date. So the second date could be the two of you going out together to see if she was
Mark,
on to something.
If you want to go hang out on their dime, man, I'm down. Like, I'm happy to take some money from them.
Yeah, I mean, like,
go hang
who
out.
who doesn't like a free meal?
Yeah, no obligation.
Yeah, I'm happy to go have dinner with you, dude. I'd love to do it for free.
That's on Jeff and Jen.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right. So, Lindsay, if you didn't feel like there was something going on between Mark and Rich, not to pit these two against each other, but who do you think
You
would
have
have
to
been?
choose.
Who would you have been more interested in going out with again, Mark or Rich?
Oh, come on. I don't want to.
If you weren't
There's enough
sensing
drama
that
here already.
dynamic.
I don't want to start anything there.
All right,
so
all right.
funny.
Well, I appreciate this. Thank you for all coming on Second Date Update. This was really interesting, and we've never had this happen before. So we appreciate you all putting yourselves out there.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks,
I mean, it's a first for me.
I hope you guys, did you get the answers that you were looking for?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to lose any sleep over Lindsay.
Okay.
Now, are you guys really going to pay for us to go hang out?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you said it, so I'm going to take you up on it.
Friends
Yes.
for life.
There you go. We're going to send you somewhere really romantic.
That's
Twin
right.
Peaks.
Love it. Love it.
And we'll request a booth so
Yeah.
you can sit next to each
A
other.
banquet.
Oh, there we go. I didn't see this go. I figured she'd pick one of us and like the other one would just get needlessly ribbed, but now it seems.
Nope, you're in it
Went a
together.
different
There it goes.
direction.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, to give you something to laugh about over dinner.
Oh, yeah, we'll have plenty to chat about.
So there you go.
There you go. Something new and different for sure.